This is the endgame gear OP18K. It has been my main mouse for about 9 months now, and it's pretty sick. Clocking in at below 50 grams, it has the lowest click latency out of all mice, and the best part, it only costs about 80 bucks. The price to performance of this thing is really tough to beat. And this is also the OP18K. Same internals, same insane click latency, but it's 20 grams lighter and with a thinner cable, making this mouse feel basically wireless. I mean, just take a look how thin this thing is. Oh my god. But the true question is, does it actually perform any better? But before that, we actually have to build this thing first. Wait, build? Yeah, this isn't a pre-built mouse, which means what I've got here is a mod kit. To be exact, inside there's a custom mouse shell. Oh my gosh, it's so light. What? Skates, grip tape, tools to help me build this thing. Well, don't mind me, eh? This gummy bear might actually be heavier than the shell, seriously. And carbon fiber rods, which honestly sounds like something straight from hell. This is actually my first time customizing a mouse. Or any peripheral, to be honest. The most extreme I've gone is cleaning my keyboard, so safe to say I'm not exactly an expert. Bro, these gummy bears are too good. Oh my gosh, guys, this screwdriver is magnetic. Like, the quality is insane. Wow, good job, PMM. Actually insane. Oh, I did it. Guys, what do you think about my new mouse, huh? Yo! I have been looking for this one screw all over my floor, and it was in my hoodie. Here. I don't want to do this anymore, bro. I can hear them clicking, so I think I did something right. Oh my god, I'm not lying, guys. This raw footage is 2 hours and 8 minutes long, and I think it's finally built. First impressions, I mean, this thing doesn't weigh anything. Like, it's actually ridiculous. And the cable, I just can't feel the cable. I feel like it's wireless. It's actually a huge improvement when it comes to the cable. I'm really surprised by that. But yeah, I'm gonna jump into deathmatch right now and test how it performs. I'm very interested. And yeah, unsurprisingly, it also felt amazing in deathmatch. I noticed the weight reduction immediately and the movements just felt more controlled. Despite the fact that I've reviewed 2 mousepads and my whole setup already on this channel, I still don't consider myself a peripheral reviewer, even though I'm reviewing another mouse right now. Look, I'm just a chill guy that is addicted to spending money on shiny stuff, okay? My point is, I'm not sure what reviewers yap about when it comes to these things, so as always, I'll walk you through my own thoughts and experiences. But what I do know is that you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on the setup to improve your gameplay. Sometimes the biggest upgrades are free, which is where I want to talk to you about Sonar, a completely free audio software from SteelSeries. Its advanced parametric EQ lets you fine-tune your sound so you hear everything with insane accuracy. You can even separate game audio from voice chat for a perfectly balanced soundscape. And if your mic sounds like total garbage, Sonar also got you covered. And yes, it works with any headset. Sonar even comes with presets made with pro players, so you don't need to waste hours tweaking settings. Just pick your game of choice and you're done. I've been testing it in CS2 and honestly, the difference is actually noticeable. Wait, this is insane. What? With Sonar, there's no excuse for missing a sound cue. Download it right now using my link in the description and start experimenting. And if you're looking to upgrade your setup too, use code Biley20 for 20% off everything on the SteelSeries website. Big thanks to SteelSeries for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to our main topic. First, we start with what most people were concerned about: build quality. Please, let's again acknowledge the fact that this shell reduces the weight by 40%. Yes, 40. This is insane stuff, guys. And honestly, I would be impressed even if the build quality was lacking. But it's absolutely not. This literally feels on the level of other well-built mice. It definitely feels more premium and not just like some random 3D printed mouse. From what I've seen online, one of the biggest issues with 3D printed mice is flexibility. In other words, if you grip the mouse hard, the shell flexes. But here, it doesn't happen at all. And by the way, remember those rods I made fun of? Yeah, they're actually holding everything together. With them installed, absolutely nothing is going to flex or break this shell. That said, it's perfectly fine without them too. So if you want to shave off even more weight, you don't have to use them. And also, more importantly, this was my first time trying a shell with holes in it. And sure, I could sit here and pretend that I intentionally wanted this lightest possible experience, but the truth is, I just didn't buy the solid version in time, and it's sold out. So I had to settle for this one instead. Now, I genuinely don't notice the holes while playing, and it feels exactly the same as the solid version to me. I haven't had a single moment where they felt uncomfortable or weird. So yeah, I'm actually super happy with this choice, even if it wasn't the one I originally planned. Another common problem is side wobble, and here I actually had a small issue at first, but turns out it was entirely my fault because I didn't place the PCB correctly on the bottom shell. And I have to tell you that this issue got both identified and resolved by a PMM support member in less than 10 minutes. This is exactly the kind of support people love, so big shout out to PMM for caring about their customers to this extent. So yeah, now side wobble is non-existent. Next, coating. You can choose between the standard coating or PMM's own Ultra Grip 3.0, which is supposed to feel closer to the original OP1. Of course, that one costs a bit more, but I went for it anyway since I've got pretty sweaty hands and I need good coating on my mouse. And oh boy, I got exactly what I needed. This coating feels really nice and super grippy. Definitely the correct choice for me. Compared to the stock coating, the Pulse one does feel a bit different and the original OP1 still feels slightly more premium, but performance-wise, both are really solid and do their job perfectly. Now, just to make it clear, the stock cable on the OP1 is already good. It's angled up, it's not invasive at all while playing, and with a bungee, the mouse feels basically wireless already. That's why when I saw PMM's FlexCord, I was skeptical. I thought to myself, how much better can they really make an already good cable? And as it turns out, they can indeed take it to a whole different level. I actually think this is the most noticeable upgrade in the entire mod kit. Yes, even more noticeable than the weight reduction. Trust me, it's really insane and I can't glaze it enough. This cable is completely unnoticeable during gameplay. It doesn't get in the way at all, and now I can confidently say that this mouse feels exactly like a wireless one. The clicks feel really good, pretty much identical to the original OP1. But there is one thing I've noticed, and that's the spammability. I'm not entirely sure if it's a correct word, but you know, spamming the click. For example, when playing with Julie's, I felt like I couldn't spam as fast and it got a bit more uncontrollable. I mean, it's a really subtle difference, but still something I feel like I should mention. Because if you're planning on playing cookie clicker with this one, maybe think twice before buying. And about the side buttons, they're not that important to me, I barely use them and they feel exactly the same as the original anyway. Now, of course, the shape isn't a one-to-one copy, but it damn sure is close enough. The shape itself has no major changes and it feels exactly like the OP1. I use the same exact grip and it feels the same overall. The only real difference is the weight. The perceived speed changes a bit and it becomes especially noticeable on the glass pad. A 30-gram mouse is naturally a bit harder to control on that surface, but I mean, with good mouse control, nothing is impossible. Thankfully, the weight balancing is great as well. I actually think that's one of the best traits of the OP1. Because of its balancing, even the stock OP1 never felt like 50 grams in the first place. And the same thing applies to the Pulse. The great balancing is still here, and that's exactly what I wanted to see. The mod kit also came with skates, and these bad boys feel absolutely amazing. Honestly, I've never had a smoother experience on glass than with these. I don't know what they put into those skates, but PMM, I'm definitely gonna need a lot more of them. Now finally, when it comes to actual in-game performance and my experience with the Pulse, this thing is really nice. Micro adjustments, which are super important for a game with low time to kill like CS, are a lot easier, and they feel more consistent too. Tracking also feels smoother, mainly because there's just way less effort involved from my side. And for the math enjoyers, lighter mouse plus lighter cable equals lower fatigue. So when you combine that with the weight balancing, it feels like the mouse is already doing half the work for you. While recording raw footage for this video, I actually had to take my original OP1 out of the box again, and all I'm gonna say is the difference is really noticeable. The weight cut is absolutely game-changing, and the cable is also so good. Trust me, I am as shocked as you are, but yeah, it's way better now. So will this mouse make you a pro player? No, obviously not, but it definitely helps in certain areas, and it's just really fun to experience something like this. And if you're the kind of person who likes ultralight mice, this is pretty much one of the best options out there right now. It won't magically boost you to Faceit level 10 or 30k Premiere, but it sure does remove a lot of friction. But I have to say that this mod kit is obviously not for everyone, especially with the biggest con being the price. This thing cost me $130, which is about 1.5 OP18Ks. The FlexCord added another $30, basically making it 2 OP18Ks for an upgrade to the OP18K. But again, it's not something everyone will need. This is more for the enthusiasts and addicts like myself. If you already use the OP1 daily and you love it, this mod makes perfect sense, because it basically takes everything you like and pushes it even further. But if you don't really care, the stock OP1 is already a top tier mouse, and it's really important to understand that you're not missing out on some secret superpower by sticking with the original. So, after building and playing quite a few matches with it, here's my final verdict and TLDR. The Pulse mod from PMM takes the OP1, which is already one of the best mice on the market, and somehow makes it even better. The weight reduction is really noticeable. It's insanely light. The build quality is way better than you'd expect from a 30-gram shell, the FlexCord is basically magic, and the in-game performance is just smoother and easier overall. Sure, it doesn't turn you into a pro player, but it definitely removes a bit of friction. Is it for everyone? No. But for people who love the OP1 or people who love ultralight mice, this thing is really tough to beat. And if you ask me, I'm definitely switching to this full time. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments what your main mouse is, and if you'd consider buying a similar mod kit for it. See you next time, and remember, keep improving.